This is TNC Movie Nights. We just got done watching, of course, as you just saw, or if you're just hanging out watching the review now, we just watched Justice League. This is going to be our breakdown. This is probably my third time seeing it now. Alex, is this your first time seeing it all the way through?
This is, I don't know if it's my second or my third, but I've definitely on purpose sat down and watched this thing beginning to end, and I don't know why we did it again, but we did.
Yeah, I was just kind of curious because I don't know, man. There are parts of this movie that are actually kind of fun. A couple moments where I'm like, that was cool, or a little grin, a little chuckle, because there were some good moments. It's a bad movie though. Like I can be honest, it is really rough. We mentioned it multiple times. It's 40 minutes in, an hour in, and we're like, so we kind of have a team. And we kind of know a bad guy, but we don't know why he's being a bad guy. We don't know anything about him. We just know his name is Steppenwolf, apparently. And that's about it. And that's what this movie really lacks. As dumb as it's going to sound, the Zack Snyder Cut 4-hour movie might be a perfect movie. Because, like, there are really good moments in this movie. Like, and that's what makes us so mad. You see parts of the movie and you're like, oh, you know how to make a movie. And then it's other parts you're like, you just got really lazy. That's the disappointing part. So maybe as long as the Zack Snyder cut of 4 hours is an additional 2 hours of slow-mo, this could be a really good 4-hour movie, which is weird to say.
It's just the same movie at half speed. That's all it is.
And that's what I'm worried about. That's honestly what I'm worried. It's literally 2 hours to 4 hours to the minute. So it's a little scary. But Alex, if you want to go ahead and take it away, let us know your thoughts, the good, the bad, the Justice League.
Well, I don't think we need to beat a dead horse here, because I think it's no secret that neither of us are really impressed with this movie. I think it's no secret that neither of us particularly like this movie. So I guess in the joking theme of change in 2021, where we don't just bash things for the entire episode, I do want to say that I totally agree with you with this movie. Watching it again, there were a lot more moments than I remember where I actually liked the thing, where I actually had good things to say. We're giving the movie some props and some points for doing some things well. There were significantly more moments of showing and not telling that I remember, but that's because they were usually bookended with nothing but exposition.
Yeah.
And in the grand scheme of DC movies, this is not the worst, and it's not very close to the worst. That's not saying a ton. Mm-hmm. But it's saying something, This movie is not good, but I mean, it's watchable. I'm not sitting here all pissed off doing a review, even though we just watched it. It's just kind of meh. They're good. There's more bad than good, but it's just like, it's not great. But it's not like I'm not heated up here screaming and shaking things.
Yeah, it's not like Wonder Woman 1984 where the whole movie's just not fun. There's no enjoyable moments. This movie's got like 20%, 30% of that hour. It's really good. Really good. And then like 50% of it is so damn boring. And then the other 20% is like, okay, this is like what a movie needs. But I don't enjoy it. It's just, it's that extra stuff that just has to be in a movie. And they just really missed the mark on it, and it's really sad to see, because this could have been the turning point. This really could have been the turning point for DC to be like, oh my God, DC figured it out. Whoa, we're ready for DC to take us away. And yeah, there's cool moments, but damn, the movie's real boring. But an hour and 15 minutes of this movie is just kind of unneeded. It could have been wrapped up within about 20 minutes. I don't know. It's weird. For a Zack Snyder movie, I wanted more action. I wanted more meat and potatoes of the initial characters, because not everyone knows why Flash's dad is in prison. Not everyone knows why Cyborg was injured, other than just the little snippets we got in Batman vs. Superman, and then the mini little snippets we got in the beginning of the movie too. So,
same with like Steppenwolf and the Mother Box. We're not invested in these characters, and that's something that we've talked about so much. But you gotta get us invested in these characters, because some of them you did, like The Flash. You know, they had enough of his personality come through where it wasn't grating, and it was actually informational. You know, we got to learn about him. And that's one thing that this movie actually did really well in moments, is they showed us their character, and we got to learn about their character. We got to understand these characters. And you know, it's like, the best way I could describe it is, in a movie, if something were to happen, they almost don't even need to show you the characters' reactions, because we know what they're gonna be if you've properly developed your characters. You know, if something bad happens to, like, I don't know, like, something happens to someone's family, you know, oh, it's about to go down here.
Yeah.
Because we know this guy is not going to stand for that. Or when someone says something that, you know, that might sound like the setup to a punchline, we know, oh, hey, you know, the Flash or whatever, whoever your character is, they're going to take advantage of this opportunity. Something funny is going to happen here. We know that because we're invested, and we know these characters more than just their name and their face. We get their personalities. And they did that kind of well a couple of times.
Yeah.
But then for the rest of it, some people are just like, nothing but walking question marks. I know what you look like, I know what you sound like, I know what your name is, but that's all I know about you. So then that ends up being all I care about you. I don't have anything to latch me on to you other than what you look like, what you sound like, and what your name is. And then I just don't care.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's so weird just to see how DC has such great backbone, and a lot of it could be just given to the writing of the characters, not the writing in the movie, but the creators that made the characters, and that's just what makes it already good and gives it that backbone. And it just falls apart with so many different portions. Again, fingers crossed, the reason we're doing this watch-a-thon for Justice League is because next month is the Snyder Cut. Alex, I know you're not relatively excited. I'm trying to keep a positive mind for it and just trying to be excited. But man, I don't know. I mean, the Snyder Cut maybe could help kind of stitch together what DC has left. Possibly.
Or finally put the nail in the coffin and just do a hard reboot in 6 years. Let Marvel just run the show for a while. And then when they start jumping the shark, then you can reboot the franchise. I hope it doesn't come to that. I don't want it to be that way. I would love, more than anything, for the MCU and the DCEU to exist together and enjoy, like, the spotlight together.
Yeah.
And, you know, they can fight it out. Oh, this was better than this. I want both of them to be good enough to watch. I want to give a shit about both. I just don't, because they suck. There's been like 3 decent movies, and they didn't expand on them. And so it's just like, we don't care. So yeah, I'm with you, man. I really, really, really hope that the Snyder Cut does anything positive. I don't really think it will, if I'm being totally honest. But I haven't already made up my mind.
Yeah.
I will go into this thing with a completely open mind, and I want to like it. I will try to like it, because I ultimately want to. I really, really want to. I talk crap about so many movies, but I don't want to hate movies. I loving movies. I really hope give me a movie out of.
Well, that is our thoughts for Justice League. Again, we're really hoping the Snyder Cut can do something good for DC. DC fans really deserve it. DC as a whole deserves it. But the movie, there were some fun moments. We really did enjoy parts of this movie after the about hour and 10 minute mark. So the last 40, 60 minutes was actually pretty fun. But yeah, you know, hey, if you enjoyed the content, this review, thank you so much. We do appreciate it. Go ahead and hit a like, subscribe to the channel. We're growing so fast, it's crazy. We seriously appreciate it so much. Go check out thenerdchambers.com. That is our just central hub for all things nerdy. You can, you know, check out our merch if you want. I know Alex is on a trip. He's vacationing. He couldn't.
Sorry, I forgot to bring it. I got Bob Ross here.
Bob Ross is really cool.
I love Bob.
Exactly.
I also love our.
But yes, we do have the, you know, of course, good old TNC Otter. We got TNC Penguin myself.
I forgot my hoodie at home.
Oh, but I think he just froze there. But I'll go ahead and just keep rolling through it for us. So yeah, just go ahead and check out the merch on there. We really do appreciate it. Again, thank you so much. If you want to check out our other content, our Pokemon streams, our other gaming news that comes out, we're trying to do that daily content now for those. And we got a lot of other shows that will be coming out as well. But again, thank you so much for supporting our channel. We really do appreciate it. And got a lot of stuff, a lot of fun stuff coming for March. Snyder Cut. We have Mortal Kombat we're talking next week. Some other news as well. So it's going to be a great time. We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.